Welcome to Litchfield National Park.
We are here, guys, doing a big day trip out to Litchfield, and we are so looking forward to it. We've got heaps of different creeks and water holes and waterfalls that we're going to go check out today. It's going to be a big day, but we are looking forward to it. But yeah, we're at the start of the national park now. We've come in from the Berry Springs side because there's two ways you can kind of get in because it is a bit of a loop track. You got Berry Springs entrance, or you can come in from Bachelor, the town of Bachelor. But yeah, we're just going to kind of work from one end to the other and do a bit of a one-day trip through to Litchfield, and we'll take you guys with us. So stick around, it's going to be a fun little episode. Alright guys, well we've just popped into the little information stand that they got here as we first come into Litchfield National Park, and you can kind of see there's a bit of a map here just kind of showing exactly where we've come in. So we've come in from this side, from the Berry Springs side, but you can, if you want, as you come down the main road from Darwin, instead of coming in this way, you can, instead of coming in up this way into Berry Springs, you can actually come all the way down and you can get to come in from Bachelor. So we've done the turn off from up here, come in at Berry Springs, and we're doing this loop round this way today. And but here we are, just up here at the information stand, and I said we're going to keep heading down, and our first stop will most likely be Wangi Falls maybe, but we'll just play it by ear. But you can see there's plenty of campgrounds across the national park, four-wheel drive tracks. You can get caravans in at certain spots, so make sure you just grab yourself a map or come to this map here, take a photo so you do know exactly where you can go, what you can see, and what to kind of expect, where the swimming holes are, and you know, so. But anyway, we'll keep going now, and we'll see where we end up. Alright, well here we are at Wangi Falls. We're just taking a stroll down this concrete footpath they got here, down to the actual falls. And it's actually a cool little spot. They've got like a cafe as soon as you drive into the car park here, and there's a some barbecue areas and little like shade shelters and that. You can come here and have a bit of a picnic, and it's actually quite nice and grassy. It's surprising it's towards the end of, well, it's almost the end of the dry season here, but it's just about to go into the wet, so we're kind of in that build-up time at the moment, and it's still nice and green, which is really good. So anyway, walking down the falls now. Looks like it's pretty chaotic, so we'll see you very soon. Alright, well here we are down at Wangi Falls, and you can see how beautiful they are. They're both two little waterfalls there flowing at the moment, and especially for this time of the season, it's so cool to see. But as you can see in the background, it's pretty packed. There's lots of people here, but it is midday like we said, and yeah, it's a great little spot for people to come and swim. It's nice and safe, no crocs about, which is good, and yeah, great little spot to come swim and cool down.
Only the freshwater one.
Doing the day trip, or if you're spending time here in Litchfield National Park. Set the drone up and got some cool drone shots, so I was pretty stoked at that. But yeah, it's just a stunning location. Amazing cliff faces and giant waterfalls here, and you can see that they're just flowing right down. Plenty of people swimming right across into the, you can pretty much swim right to the base of the waterfall and have a good spin. And yeah, you got this giant swimming hole that you can just have a good cool down in, and like I said, lots of fish, and you plenty of time you can just hang around here and feel safe and sound, and yeah, great little spot. But yeah, Wangi Falls, check it out.
Alright, we have just finished at Wangi Falls, and we enjoyed our little dip in the nice fresh water when it's a hot day here in Litchfield. It was a top spot, we loved it, and we are on to a next spot now. And what is it? Where are we headed?
Well, I'm not sure of the next spot because we've got quite a bit of distance to cover between Bully Rock Hole and Florence Falls, which we're definitely going to go to because they're like down the same track, like both next to each other. But I'm sure somewhere between here and there we'll stop in and check out a few different sites. So we'll wherever it might be, we'll show you anyway. just come down a bit of a four-wheel drive track here in Litchfield National Park. Down to, there's a couple of campgrounds down here called Sandy Creek Campground and Surprise Creek Campground. That's the common name. I couldn't tell you what the traditional name is. You can kind of see they're now turned to kind of like a dirt track. Plenty of corrugations and a few little creek crossings and stuff to kind of manage our way through. But other than that, it doesn't seem too challenging. But it is a different scenery that you would normally be used to sticking to the bitumen on the Litchfield National Park there. So, it's very corrugated. Anyhow, we're going to keep plodding along and hopefully find this creek down here, and we'll see what it looks like. See you soon. Alright, well, we've just got here to Sandy Creek Campground and Tjaynera Falls, I think it's called. And we're going to go and do a little bit of a walk to get down to the falls. That way you guys can see exactly what the falls look like, and so we can check out the falls too, I should say. But we've just got the little sign here for where the falls are. We'll have a quick look to see what it says. Welcome! Tjaynera is a spectacular falls and plunge pool oasis, particularly welcoming after the dusty Reynolds four-wheel drive track. The reliable freshwater flowing off the Tableland Range all year around provides life for a wide range of plants and animals. So hopefully, by the looks of it, it's going to be like another cool little fall, and being on a four-wheel drive track, it hopefully limits the amount of people that come down here. So it could be, by the sounds of it, nice and quiet. So anyway, typical crocodile warning, and yeah, we'll go and check it out. Let's do it. Now, if you're going to be doing the Sandy Creek track, I'd advise wearing some shoes, because it's not really much of a dirt track. It's more of a rocky ups and downs, and yeah, perfect place to either kick a toe or roll an ankle. We're obviously doing it, we're roughing it, we're in thongs, both Em and I, because we just thought, well, basically we were so underprepared, we did not think we were going to be doing much walking. We just thought, we'll just rock up at the waterfall and just go for a dip, and gosh, amateurs, aren't we? Anyhow, I'd advise wearing some shoes, but we're not far from the falls now. We can hear water start to flow, so see you very soon.
We just finished at Tjaynera Falls, and it was a perfect little spot to take a dip after that bit of a hike through the rocks and the sand. It's a good spot, so we suggest that you come down here, have a dip. Oh my gosh, the flies!
They're bad, aren't they?
I need the GoPro to swat them. Alright, anyways, check it out. It's a good spot. Bring some Aerogard. Yeah. Alright, check out this termite mound. How cool is it? Here's our car for scale. We've got our car with the swag on top, and this termite mound just towers over us. How cool is this?
Look at it!
We look like a little ant next to it.
Look at it!
It's so cool. I wonder how long it took them to make this. There's a whole bunch of them around here too. Amazing. There's a huge one down there. Just in there. Big one down there. Crazy.
Alrighty, we are off that little four-wheel drive track after going to that Sandy Creek waterfall there, Tjaynera Falls I think it's called, and we are on our way now to Florence Falls and Bluey Waterhole, which is they're both right next to each other there, or pretty close to each other, and that'll probably be the last couple of spots that we stop at in Litchfield before we get back into town, and we'll probably grab a feed and that lunch. So but yeah, but next up we'll take you guys to Florence Falls. that is a wrap for today. We've just popped into Florence Falls and Burley Rock Hole, I think it's called. And unfortunately, it's getting quite late in the day, and it was also quite busy at both Florence Falls and Burley Rock Hole that we're probably not going to have enough time to make it really worthwhile. So what we're going to do is we are going to come back again another day into Litchfield and do these last few kind of waterfalls like Florence Falls and that, and actually spend some time in there at the right time of the day where we can kind of have a little less people and a little bit more time to actually enjoy it. But we're going to pop in now to the little town of Bachelor, grab ourselves some feed because we have not eaten just about all day other than breakfast this morning. And it's now, like I said, late in the afternoon, so after 3 o'clock now, and yeah, looking forward to having something to eat. Anyway, that's a wrap for today, guys. Catch ya.